Hey, this is a quick word on your bridge building. Quick couple words, actually. A few people said to me, like, I don't really get what preliminary drawing is. I don't get it. I don't understand. When you sit down initially by yourself or with your partner or whoever and you think, okay, here's what I want to do. I think I want to do, let's see, I'm going to do, based on what I've been doing on Bridge Builder, the game, I'm going to do something like that. And you sketch that and you think, okay, well, looking at the dimensions that my block has to have, I think, I'll go, this will be 5 centimeters and this has got to be a minimum of 20. I'm going to go as short as I can because I want to not spread that force out too far. So, okay, I'm going to do 22 centimeters here. And let's see, that would mean if these are right triangles, so you're figuring all this stuff out. You're doing some rough labeling. If you have some like wild and crazy outside the box idea, you're noting that. And, maybe you're doing the top front right side, so this is going to be, and I think they mix up their inches and centimeters, so this is going to be 8 centimeters, and, I'll have a crossbar here, and I'll have a bent thing there. Those are your preliminary drawings, the what you sat down and thought of the first time. So it's not just the back of the napkin sketch. You actually should do a fairly good drawing of what you plan to build, with some dimensions, with some notes. This one doesn't have to be like draftsman perfect, but it should be pretty detailed because you're going to build from it. Then that as-built is what you really finally did. And a few other words. If you want to do any bending of balsa wood, we had some people who worked on balsa wood bending last year. Arches are something that you can't do in like the Bridge Builder app game, but you can do with balsa wood. And if you have done any YouTube looking so far on bridge designs, there are some really cool arched bridges out there. Last year we had it's 2 years ago, who was very, very serious about his bending. What is required for bending balsa is soaking and then heating. And you can use curling irons, plain old clothes irons, like soak it in, you can soak it, press it into form against something, and then put it in the oven on 200 overnight, and it will dry in that bent form. You can do, you can stack, you can laminate. So laminating is where you take multiple small things and you basically glue them all together, and you create a laminated substance. All those things are legal. So, you can also say, not doing this, blah, 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 and kind of slap something together. I would recommend you do some preliminary research, look at some designs, look at bridges as that's what I was going to do this year, and I forgot to do it. Darn it. I was going to have as part of the lab that you had to turn in pictures of 3 bridges that you had taken from somewhere out in the world. Like, go take pictures of 3 bridges. We got lots of bridges. We got the Ohio River right down the road. We got Beaver Creek right up the road. Newell Bridge. Yeah, I get a lot of pictures of Newell Bridge. Newell Bridge is gorgeous. But, look at bridges. Really look at how they're designed. Look at the truss systems. So, that's it. Other questions?